Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, superstar, undefeated, WBO, featherweight, world champion, Shakur Stevenson says that now, since his fights have been postponed, and he was supposed to fight March 14th against Miguel Mariaga. Then he was looking to face Josh Warrington over in the UK. Shakur Stevenson is a superstar in the sport, 13-0, 7 knockout, 7 coming by way of knockout. He's a featherweight, southpaw, a silver medalist in the Olympics. I thought he should have been a gold medalist in the Olympics, but nonetheless, he was a featherweight. Very exciting, very slick, southpaw boxer, has power. He was supposed to face Miguel Mariaga March 14th a couple of weeks ago, but due to the virus and due to the shutdown, that fight was scheduled to take place March 14th at Madison Square Garden, New York. And due to the shutdown and everything, the fight was obviously canceled. Then he was supposed to go on and fight British superstar featherweight world champion in his own right after this fight in a highly anticipated bout, in a unification bout as well against Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington is 30-0, 7 by way of knockout, and he holds the IBF World Featherweight titles, right? And Shakur Stevenson even stated that he was willing to go over to the UK. That's where he wanted this fight to take place because he wanted to beat Josh Warrington in his own backyard, and he wanted to, capture that title and become unified in, a whole nother market, in a whole different country. Now Shakur Stevenson is saying after this, he did say, that he wanted to move up after the Josh Warrington fight to 130. Now Shakur Stevenson is saying that he's moving up to 130 now. So he says, stay tuned. I'm moving up to 130. I'm looking to capture one of those titles at 130, point blank and period. So this is going to be interesting. The WBC 130-pound champion is Miguel Berchelt. The WBO 130-pound world champion is Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson obviously have a relationship. They're trained by the same trainer. They train in the same training camps with Bomac, and they're under the same banner. So, that's interesting to see. Then we have Rene Alvarado as the WBA regular champion. Then you have Nicaragua, who is the WBA, interim champion, right? Then the IBF interim champion, or the WBA interim champion, is Chris Colberg, Little B-Hop. So I don't know who the IBF 130-pound champion is. But he said that he's looking to capture a title. Interestingly enough, Top Rank usually goes after the WBO belts when they move up in weight. So Jamel Herring, that would make Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson square off. I like to see Leo Santa Cruz is the WBA, Joseph Jojo Diaz is the IBF, Jamel Herring is the WBO, and Miguel Berchelt is the WBC. So I was looking at an unupdated version. So, and it says Rene Alvarado is the WBA regular junior lightweight champion, and Chris Colbert is the WBA interim. So Little B-Hop is the WBA interim, and Rene Alvarado is the WBA regular champion. But Leo Santa Cruz moved up in weight. It's a possibility. So they don't know if Leo Santa Cruz is going to move up in weight or what Leo Santa Cruz plans are. So they have him highlighted. So Joseph Jojo Diaz would be a great fight too for Shakur Stevenson. He just beat Tevin Farmer But Tevin Farmer is going to fight Joseph Diaz in a immediate rematch, more than likely. I would like to see Shakur Stevenson and Miguel Burchett, and I would like to see Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. Jamel shot, but like I stated, top rank CEO, promoter, legendary promoter Bob Arum has a direct line and pipeline to the WBA. We see he's currently, Shakur Stevenson is the featherweight WBO titles. He's the WBO featherweight champion. Terrence Crawford is the WBO welterweight champion. Jamel Herring is the WBO super featherweight world champion, or junior lightweight, however you choose to look at it, world champion. And that's not a coincidence. You understand what I'm saying? So, let's see how this plays out, man, because this is interesting to say the least. And like I said, the easy fight to make would be Jamel Herring, but that's the hard fight to make because of their relationship. And they're both under the same top-ranked banner, but they train together. They do everything together, training camps, Bomax. So that's going to be a difficult one to make happen. But Joseph Jojo Diaz is also going to be fighting Tevin Farmer in an immediate rematch. Leo Santa Cruz is looking to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. So he's looking, but he did state that the fight between himself and Tank Davis is going to take place at 130, not 135. He has no intentions to move to 135 as of yet. So that means he'll be sticking around, but he's not going to fight Shakur Stevenson. And then we have Miguel Burchett. So more than likely, the two possible ways for Shakur Stevenson to garner a title would be Miguel Burchett with the WBC and Jamel Herring, right? But he could also fight for the interim against Little B-Hop, Chris Colbert, or for the WBA against Rene Alvarado. So let's see how this plays out. But, he already had plans to make this move. And I guess now with everything taking place now, it just sped up the process. He's a superstar in the sport, man. The sport of boxing is in great hands. You got Devin Haney, you got Teofimo Lopez, Vasil Lomachenko still in the mix. He's still considered the top dog. You have Gervonta Tank Davis, obviously. You have Ryan Garcia, and Shakur Stevenson is slowly making his way into that weight class, into the those guys' weight class, because they campaign at 135. So that's two weight classes for him. So he'll be a little bit behind them to catch up. But eventually they'll all catch up and be in the same weight class. And I believe that'll be at welterweight. But let's see how this all plays out. I think Shakur Stevenson beats all of the guys at 135. That's just my opinion. I mean, at 130, excuse me. All of the champions at 130. I think he beats Miguel Burchett. I think he beats Joseph Jojo Diaz. I think he beats Tevin Farmer if Tevin Farmer is to beat Joseph Diaz. I think he beats Miguel Burchett. I think he beats Chris Colbert. And I believe he beats Rene Alvarado. So I believe that he'll beat Leo Santa Cruz if given the opportunity. So I believe that he'll beat all of those champions at 130. So let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Jasmine. Thank you for watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, soy Jasmine. Gracias por ver Sangre Azul Deportes TV. Gracias.